Okay, let's go.
We have all had those days. A demanding boss heaps extra work on you at the end of your shift, a stranger cuts you off in traffic, or a petty argument with a neighbor leaves you fuming. You walk away physically fine, but completely exhausted. That feeling isn't in your head. You have just been drained. In reality transurfing, this drain is caused by a destructive pendulum. Acting like a parasite, this invisible structure feeds entirely on negative emotions. Pendulums provoke you because they require an emotional surge to sustain their swing, using your anger as fuel to keep moving. You can protect yourself. We are going to walk through a 5-step protocol to neutralize these encounters instantly. Before we start, pick one current frustrating situation in your life, a difficult coworker or an annoying daily obstacle, and keep it in mind. The core rule to remember is this: you cannot defeat a pendulum by fighting it. Fighting provides the exact friction it feeds on. To win, you must starve it. Step 1 is to identify the pendulum's hook. You have to recognize the exact moment a situation is designed to pull you into a reaction. Pendulums manipulate you using specific puppet strings. Watch out for sudden spikes of fear, guilt, irritation, or an imposed sense of duty. When you feel these, the trap is set. Once you spot the trap, move to step 2. Practice emptiness. This does not mean running away or isolating yourself. It means responding with total emotional indifference. A common mistake here is building a tense mental wall or silently suppressing your anger. If you secretly hate the situation, you are still actively resisting. That resistance is energy, and it feeds the pendulum. Emptiness means letting the provocation pass right through you. Think of a barking dog behind a fence. If you stop and yell back, the dog barks louder. It craves the friction of your attention. If you simply walk past, ignoring the dog entirely, it quickly loses interest and goes quiet. Emotional emptiness works exactly the same way. By refusing to engage, you offer no friction. You become invisible to the pendulum. Sometimes you cannot just walk away. If your boss is yelling at you or a bureaucrat is making rigid demands, you need step 3, the gentle dodge. This strategy mirrors the physical mechanics of Aikido. Notice the master in this image. He does not forcefully block the incoming attack. Instead, he accepts the opponent's momentum, moves with it briefly, and calmly steps aside. You apply this verbally. When confronted, do not object or defend yourself. Start by agreeing with the aggressor. Listen carefully and nod. This absorbs their initial impulsive burst of negative energy. Once that energy dissipates, redirect the momentum. Subtly ask for their advice on how to proceed, or pivot to discussing the minor details of the task. You send their aggression into empty space. Yielding to the first strike functions as a tactical maneuver. It removes the resistance the pendulum expects, leaving it with nothing to hook into. To completely stop a pendulum sway, use step 4, positive visualization. In the middle of the conflict, figure out what the provocateur is secretly lacking. Most people acting aggressively are missing peace of mind, confidence, or health. While they are complaining, briefly imagine them receiving exactly what they need, relaxing by a fire or succeeding at something they enjoy. Pendulums aren't just swinging randomly, they are searching for a way back to equilibrium. By projecting a positive frequency, you provide a shortcut to that balance. This tiny dose of positive energy satisfies the pendulum's underlying search, which causes the hostility to evaporate before it needs to feed on your reaction. If you are stuck in a long-term negative environment, like a toxic job you cannot quit yet, apply step 5, rent yourself out. This does not mean becoming sloppy or lazy. Any mistake gives the pendulum an excuse to attack you. Fulfill your physical duties flawlessly, but do so as an impeccable observer. Give the situation your head and your hands, but strictly withhold your heart. By detaching your emotional investment from the outcome, you build an impenetrable armor against daily stress. By executing these 5 steps, identifying the hook, practicing emptiness, dodging the momentum, offering positive visualization, and renting yourself out, you starve destructive pendulums. You remain calm and energized while the conflict neutralizes itself. Test this today. Take that minor annoyance you thought of earlier, a rude email, bad traffic, or a nagging colleague, and apply the protocol. Remember the core rule. Offer absolute emptiness instead of anger, and observe how quickly the tension evaporates. True control is rarely about winning the fight. It comes from realizing that you have the power